You're listening to Short Inspirations from Ralph. Change, Part 1. When we talk about building or progressing or growing our lives or renewing our minds, it means one thing: change. Change is coming whether we like it or not. It is part of who we are as human beings. As in the natural, we change in the natural world, so in the spiritual there are changes going on in the inside. And of course in this series we talk about change in a positive direction, growing, improving. But the question I have at the start of this series is, why is change so hard? I suppose you could say that we are creatures of habit. We like to know boundaries. We like to put things in their place, put things in a box. And if things get out of our control or are unknown or a mystery to us, then they can easily become a threat. But I would suggest in this series that if the change is for our improvement, sometimes vast improvement, then it should be embraced. It should be welcomed and even sought. There are two ways that people change. If they're hurting enough, they have to. If they are inspired enough, they want to. So in human terms, people are motivated by either pain or pleasure. God will use pain and circumstances to bring about change. And there is always pain with growth. But God will also bring inspiration. Ahead of us is the crown of life if we persevere and don't give up. But there is also deep satisfaction of knowing that you're becoming more you. If we resist change, and some of us do that, we can also inadvertently shut down fluency and risk and unpredictability and even creativity. Some people like change, they welcome it, but many do not. Here's a great statement that Jesus brought in Matthew 1, starting from around verse 12 in the Message version. Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me, get away with me, and you will recover your life. I will show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. So part of our growing, or our changing that occurs, is also recovery. It's redemption of that which was lost. God doesn't only want to purchase you, He wants to restore you. But do you know what the strange thing is? The real you that you are becoming, you may never have been there before, but it is you, the new you. It's like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. It's all the same insect, but it has two different forms of the same thing. And He wants you to emerge out of the cocoon that you have been trapped in for so long, so that the real wonderful you will finally come out with all colours blazing. And yet there is a sort of paradox with this invitation, because we leave familiar territory to a vast new landscape. We emerge into a totally new horizon. There can be discomfort alongside a deep satisfaction about what God is doing. And we're not just talking about learning some new ideas or some new doctrine or some new concepts. We're not talking about a new fad or the latest product or diet or get fit program. We are talking about real life change. We are talking about how we actually live. So again, the question, how do we change? Jesus taught a way that crosses the gap and says, my Spirit will empower you to move from here to there. And in 2 Timothy 1:7 it says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." There really is power in His love. 1 Corinthians 4:20, "For the kingdom of God is not a matter of talk, but of power." We're going to explore more of this in the next episodes. God bless you.